hungry. I'm very hungry. Cheers.
Well, here we are. We're having an afternoon version, and Jerry is hangry right now. And apparently, why do I look like I have black eyes? This is problematic. It doesn't look like that when I look in the mirror, but it's looking like that now.
I think you look great.
Thanks. I wore a dress today. I am not generally a wearer of the... This is a problem with it, though. See? I'm either flashing my bra or this string all the day long. But I don't wear dresses just for the sake of wearing a dress. I wear dresses to church. But today I went with the dress and no shaper. And guess what? It's been awesome. Been real good. I went to the Natural History Museum while Jerry went to workshops, and it was super great. And
I'm so hungry.
He's so hungry, he is just chowing down on some chips because he hasn't eaten anything. So, poor guy, he's wasting away over here.
Well, it's because my workshop got over, and then I foolishly left my ticket. My theater was right there. No, it wasn't. It was nowhere near there. Left my ticket here and had to go back, and it was dumb. But I did see Shoshana Bean on the street.
You forgot to say. How did you really say that? Shoshana Bean! That's how you said it.
I did. I saw her on the street, and I stopped her. I was like, that looks like Shoshana Bean. And I took a few more steps. I'm like, that is totally Shoshana Bean. I'm going to say hello. And she passed me, and I went, Shoshana? And she turned and went, yeah? And I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, how are you? Do you remember when we were like in class together? Just kidding. You could have said that. And she would have been like, yeah. Just kidding.
No, but I told her that we have a mutual friend, and I told her, you know, I absolutely adore you, and I'm coming to your show this afternoon. She was like, oh, great. She's like, I love charity. I'm like, yeah, me too. We're, trying to get together. And anyway, it was great. I had to talk to Shoshana Bean. And because I panicked.
It was like kismet.
Because I panicked and I got stupid, I was like, don't say anything. What? Every time?
Happens to you every time.
I still need to tell her.
Jerry turns when he meets people he knows. He likes. What did you need to tell her?
I needed to tell her that her song Press On got me through some dark times.
Oh, that would have been really meaningful to her.
I know, I keep forgetting to tell her. But she did look at me.
Because all your opportunities that you get to tell her, you forget. You can't. You've only seen her one time in the wild.
How was your show, dear?
You saw Shoshana in the wild, Jerry.
I also ran into Vanessa Williams. Quite honestly, I almost ran into her. I stopped at the end of Schubert Alley, and I'm like, where am I going? And I look like this, and I look like this, and I took a step forward, and there's Vanessa Williams, and I was like, oh. I said, I saw your show last night. You were hysterical. And she said, oh, thank you so much. And I said, and just for the record, you are totally earthy. And she went, oh, thank you so much. And then she walked away. And I was like, that was awesome. We had a moment.
You did. You had a moment. Jerry had a really great afternoon of running into people, which is much better than the time when he saw his friend John.
Who ran away from me.
John Lithgow. We were walking up by Juilliard, right? And like I said, Jerry just notices people. I could literally have a megastar next to me and I would have no idea. And so we're walking down the street and he goes, that's John Lithgow. And I swear John Lithgow heard him say that because him and his internally long legs.
He's so tall.
He was woo, 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 he just took off and Jerry's trying to catch him.
That guy running through New York.
And John was not having it. Mm-mm. So he did not get to say hi to his friend John.
I still haven't met my friend John. We're besties, but we just haven't met yet.
Anyway. All right. So this afternoon, I had the pleasure of seeing The Play That Goes Wrong. It's very, very funny.
Would you say it's the funniest damn thing you've ever seen?
I don't know.
What?
It's very funny. It's very clever.
I don't even know who you are.
Well, you're a guy with his mouth full is what you are.
Well, I'm trying not to choke.
something in my eye.
That's the funniest damn thing I've ever seen in my life.
No, it is super funny. At some point,
What was funnier, this or POTUS?
some of the shtick got a little like, I'm like, oh, okay, like you've driven that. Okay, I get it. But the guy who played Cecil,
Is he the fat guy?
no,
The Colonel
that's-
Mustard character?
No, and he was fantastic. He was really great. That's Thomas. The guy who played Cecil, oh my word, so cute. So he comes on.
Is he the one with the hands, with his line on his hands?
No, that's
the butler guy? Who the hell is Cecil?
He's the brother.
Oh, the one who smiles all the time?
Yes, and he was hysterical. But the way he did it was so cute. And even Jenny was saying that because he was so different than that other guy she saw in June.
Hold this for a second. I need more sip.
Okay, because he comes out. Okay, so you have to understand it's like a play within a play. And so it's this really like tragic little haphazard
The School of Drama.
school of drama. And they're putting on this show. And
At Havisham.
so it's like super melodrama,
Dun,
like
dun,
everything
dun.
they do. And they're bad, right? They're bad. And that's the point. And so this guy makes his entrance, and every time he makes his entrance, he's seeing the audience. So he's the actor coming out to do his lines, and he looks at the audience, he's like trying not to smile, but smiling, and trying not to smile, and smiling, and he had incredible facial control, and so cute. I
love
loved
that
him.
show so much.
I loved him. No, I loved the show. And that second act really, I was like, oh!
Yeah.
Like when things were happening. And
Uh-huh.
Anyway, it is very funny. I know some people, Autumn, who did not like that show
Who?
at all.
Who?
Autumn?
Autumn Keller?
I just said Autumn.
Autumn Keller, you are dead to me.
Okay, but what about Autumn Morgan?
I don't know who that is.
That's Autumn. She got married.
Oh, you're dead to me too.
I'm sorry to call you out amongst the fives of our followers, but
How do you not like that show?
she didn't like it. Okay, I just
Something's
remember.
wrong with you.
But no, I did really like it, and I thought it was quite hilarious.
Dropping all the things.
There just really was times where I was like, oh, okay, now you're hitting me over the head with it. Like,
Look,
move
there's
on.
that strap again.
Okay, go, Jer.
You have to move that. I can't function.
Oh no. Okay, I got it.
Oh. Okay.
All's well.
What did I see you
Yeah,
ask?
I can't wait. We haven't even talked about it. He literally came in the door, and I'm like, okay, we have to film this.
Yeah. Mr. Saturday Night with Billy Crystal.
And
Shoshana Bean. Okay.
okay, I told him when we were texting earlier, I said, you cannot review this in the lens of you're just obsessed with Shoshana Bean.
Wait till I talk about what I'm going to talk about.
Okay, I said you have to review it like, not like, I just love every show. That way. Okay, go.
I didn't like it. There. You happy now?
Yeah.
Age is a sad, sad thing. When you try to sing and you're old and you can't hit the notes, it just makes me sad.
Struggle.
And that is what this show was. And it was now, and then it was 1994. No, it was 1994 and then a throwback to the 40s and 50s. So it was set in 1994 with a throwback to the 40s and 50s. That's when it was set.
No, but is it about Billy Crystal?
No, it's about the character he plays, Buddy.
Oh.
It's not about Billy Crystal at all. Billy
okay.
Crystal is just a character in the show.
Oh, okay.
But he is the show.
The show, yeah.
I will tell you, Shoshana Bean was the best part of the show. She plays the daughter, because it's just the husband, wife, and daughter, and they were both old people.
That's the whole show?
Yeah.
That's the whole cast?
No, there's only a cast of 8.
Ooh, that's a very small musical
I will
cast.
tell you, there's 2 guys and a girl in the ensemble, and there's no young people in the show. They're all like my age, our age. Yeah, they're like.
Because we're old.
Yeah, they're like normal sized.
I don't know if you know this.
Why did I say normal sized? I meant normal aged.
They probably were normal
No, there was
sized.
2 fat guys.
There
and
was
I
fat
looked.
guys?
Yes, 2 of them. One of the
They
guys.
got a role you should have had.
I know. One of the guys was the original Avenue Q guy.
Every time Jerry sees a fat guy like in a commercial or in a show, he's like,
Could have been me.
could have been me.
Could have been me. And those two guys could have been me. So when this actually goes to a regional theater or
You probably
a
would've sounded
community
better.
theater, no, those guys were all amazing.
Oh, okay.
They were great. I loved the ensemble. Those 3 characters play like 4 or 5 characters a piece, maybe more. And they were awesome. What are you doing? You're distracting me because I'm looking at you in the camera.
Sorry, I had a hair on my boob.
Anyway, so there you have it, folks. She was the best part. Shoshana Bean was the best part. Age makes me sad because when you do a flashback with an old person who's trying to play a young person, you can't hide the fact that they're an old person in a longer wig.
Billy Crystal was playing someone 50 years prior?
Yeah.
Why didn't they?
The 3 older characters were playing younger characters with wigs.
I feel like they skimped out then. Why couldn't they have had young person
I don't know.
and,
I don't know. This is just the way it was done, and
probably why it's closing.
it was okay. I mean, if you want to see Billy Crystal and you want to see him like do his shtick, it was like 5 hours of him doing his comedy. So that was enjoyable. I was 3rd row center. I had
Practically
a great,
making out with Shoshana.
I had a great seat. Yeah, it was awesome. The show itself has no tunes that I remember or hum, or I couldn't even tell you one of the songs. And the music is Jason Robert Brown. So I was like, oh, this is going to be good.
Jason Robert Brown hasn't had any real, showstopper successes on the Broadway. I mean, he wrote Rocky and Bridges in Madison County. We love Jason Robert Brown because Songs for a New World, okay?
Yeah.
But I think probably
so
his
great.
most commercial success is 13.
Oh.
By the way, I'd like to point out there were many comments on our last video that said, we didn't know what forced perspective was. Thank you for telling us.
Oh, well, there you go. Forced perspective. It's when you make things look bigger or smaller than they actually are.
Disneyland uses a lot of forced perspective.
Yes, if you go to California Adventure and you walk down Main Street to the left, every single window is forced perspective. In fact, Main Street USA is forced perspective to make the castle look bigger. So all the buildings are big when you walk in, and they get smaller and smaller and smaller the closer you get to the castle. That's forced perspective.
Now you know.
You're welcome.
The more you know.
The more you know. I feel like we're on NBC.
Mm-hmm. PBS?
No, NBC. NBC is The More You Know. I promise. I promise.
Okay. I would like to say, if you watch.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, folks.
If you watched. But. If you watched.
That's twice you've called me a butt
because
on
you're
our...
being a butt. Okay. If you watched
I
when
suffer
he said,
so much abuse from Allison. I just want to point that out.
Sorry.
You're so mean to me.
When he said that the theater where we saw Harry Potter was never called the Ford, it's the Lyric Theater. Guess who was right?
Me.
This girl. I checked with my Steven, who worked there, and I said, Steven,
Blah, blah,
was
blah.
that theater called Fire? And he said, yes, it was. So there's the reason why I also could never find that theater again. I didn't know where it was. I really don't know where you know when people are like, oh, I saw such and such in that theater. I honestly cannot tell you what the name of any of these theaters are, except for the Marquee, because it's the Marriott Marquee.
We should go there for dinner.
Where?
The Marquee. On the 8th floor.
There's a restaurant?
Yeah, those windows, floor to ceiling. You can see the whole Times Square.
That's exciting me, but we will. Okay.
Maybe
Anyway.
I need a reservation. I don't know. We'll find out.
Anyway.
I have nothing to sip. I've sipped all the sips. You have to sip.
I'll sip for you. Anyway, we're just really.
You gotta hold the bottle. Okay.
It's fine. Everything's well. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tonight for round 2.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm seeing
Mine's gonna be
Beetlejuice.
so good. I'm seeing Funny Girl, and I hear it's a train wreck.
Jerry's off to see Beanie.
I can't wait.
All right.
Well, possibly not. The lady today in our workshop said, "You're probably gonna see Julie tonight,"
Oh.
and she said she's great.
I know everyone
She's
says
way better.
the understudy's fantastic, but I just
So-
really wanted you to see Beanie, so you.
I
could-
want to see Beanie too because I think everyone is mean to her. I think everyone is mean to her, and they're like, "She's terrible," and I want to go and say, "She's not that bad." Anyway, we'll let you know.
Okay, bye.
Bye.